Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Ashley Martin, behavior analyst, as well as a licensed professional counselor here in the state of Georgia. I'm licensed in the state of Alabama when it comes to behavior analysis. So today I wanted to give some fundamentals on ABA. So let's begin. All right. So first here, the question is posed. Describe some functions of measurement for practitioners of applied behavior analysis. Give you a few moments to kind of think upon yourself. Let's see. 1 second here. All right. The functions of measurement for practitioners of applied behavior analysis could include the following: compare effectiveness of interventions, determine when to start or stop treatment, verify the legitimacy of a treatment, and identify ineffective treatments, accountability, or achieve ethical standards. Alrighty, what is RTT? They are the 3 fundamental dimensional qualities of behavior. So let's get to the good stuff of what RTT stands for. R is the repeatability or accountability, is instances of responses that can be counted. Temporal extent is the duration of the behavior, how long this behavior occurs. And temporal locus is the behavior location and time of when it occurs. Okay, because that's RTT. All right, let's keep it going. What are the time sampling procedures for measuring behavior and the appropriate condition for using that procedure? Think of the acronym WPM. W stands for whole interval recording. The observer divides the observation periods into series of equal time intervals, and at the end of each interval records whether the behavior has occurred throughout the entire interval. So that means from the beginning to end, that behavior has to continue to occur. So if it's for 1 minute, it has to go from that second, all the way up to that 60 seconds. So for partial interval recording, the observer divides the observation period into a series of equal time intervals. At the end of each interval records whether the behavior occurred at any time during that interval. So during that maybe 5-minute interval, if it occurred for any time, so whether it occurred for a second, 2 seconds, 30 seconds. So if any time, you'll mark it. So momentary time sampling, the observer divides the observation period into a series of equal time intervals, and at the end of each interval records whether behavior is occurring at the end of that interval. So at that moment, so at 5 minutes, at 10 minutes, at 15 minutes, what have you. Okay. What are the least 3 advantages of measuring behavior by permanent product? All right. Permanent product, free to do any other task, reduces any potential reactivity, makes inconveniently timed behaviors easy to observe. You're able to examine and measure the complex behavior as well as multiple response classes. So basically, if you're a teacher, you're able to still attend to your class as necessary without having to attend to data as much. So you're still able to record effectively. All right. What is this about how computer systems help in ABA? Because we've come a long way from paper and pencil. We have a lot of operation electronic systems to help with collection of data. So give some reasons for increasing popularity of computer-assisted measurement systems. All right, so these are some perks here. Programs available for Windows and Macs obtain simultaneous recording of multiple behaviors across multiple dimensions. Outputs can be analyzed from different perspectives more easily than paper and pencil, as I mentioned. So here is a scenario. John is a fourth grade teacher who wants to collect data on task completion for 7 of his students. John has 34 students and does not have access to an aide or RTA. Identify the most appropriate recording procedure for John to use and explain why it is the best choice. Of course, a little exaggerated for him having 34 students, but to kind of get the gist that John does not have enough eyesight to collect data on all. So let's see here. The answer would be permanent product. So that would be the best measurement. The task completion can be measured by counting the number of assignments that each student completes and divided by the total number of assignments. Permanent product is the best because it can be done after class, allowing John to teach throughout the interruption throughout the day, and will provide an accurate count of the target behavior. So basically, if the assignment was given, and then after a certain amount of time, the teacher said, okay, it's time to turn the assignment in. But then at that time, see who turned the assignment in and divide it by the amount of assignments that were asked. Okay, so now that's a lot of information at once, but here is a video that I want to share with you. Permanent product.
I just found the most perfect thing that you can get that's super affordable.
Second here.
In this PowerPoint, we will be discussing the data collection method known as permanent product recording. This is RBT task list item A4. It should be noted that this training program is based on the RBT task list and is designed to meet the 40-hour training requirement for RBT certification. This program is offered independent of the BACB. In this PowerPoint, we are going to discuss a variety of aspects pertaining to permanent product recording. First, we will provide an overview of what permanent product recording is. This will involve definitions as well as examples. Next, we will talk about advantages to permanent product recording. This will provide you with some information about when to use permanent product recording as well. Finally, we will discuss disadvantages to this measurement method. Again, this will provide you with some information about when not to use permanent product recording. To begin, permanent product recording involves measuring behavior after it has occurred by observing the effects the behavior produced on the environment. If you are using permanent product recording, you are not taking data in the moment as the behavior occurs. Instead, you are relying on an outcome the behavior causes in order to measure behavior. That outcome is referred to as the permanent product. This is a change in the environment produced by a behavior that lasts long enough for the measurement to take place. Permanent products should be easy to identify and be long-lasting enough to where the observer can collect data on the product at the end of the session or sometime after the behavior produced the product. The following are some examples of behaviors and the permanent products these behaviors could produce. The first is if an aggressive behavior involves punching or hitting walls. A permanent product of this may be a hole or dent in the wall. It should be noted that you should only use permanent product recording for this behavior if it is intense or forceful enough to reliably produce a permanent product. After each permanent product was recorded, you should mark something near the product so that it is clear that that permanent product has been recorded and it is not a new product of behavior. In regards to academics, you may consider things such as the number of homework assignments or homework questions completed. This is a permanent product because you are not assessing the client taking steps to complete each individual question, but instead are focusing on the permanent product of their work, which in this case is the finished homework assignment. And then finally, wet underwear is another example of a permanent product. This would be the result of the client urinating in their pants instead of in the toilet.
All right, awesome. So these are just some examples of permanent product. As I mentioned before, I am readily available and accessible. Feel free if you need more information or training on permanent product, feel free to reach out to clihumanservices.com or changinglanguageinterventions@gmail.com. So until next time, bye.